Welcome, modern day mystics, fellow truth seekers, James and Justin, back at it again with another reaction video. And in this one, we're going to take a look at a very popular religious song. It's a Punjabi Sikh song called Waheguru, and it's done by Happy Raikoti. I'm not sure if I'm saying it exactly right. Now, there's no subtitles on it. It's not our language. It's not English.
Right.
But after we watch this song, I have a little clip of someone who has some experience with it. His name is called Nanak Nam, and he's going to kind of explain what this Waheguru thing means.
Okay, but it'd still be interesting to watch it with no context.
Yeah.
So legitimate reaction just by the sounds and sights, and legitimate, genuine Western reaction.
Yeah. So let's get into it.
Cool.
ਕੀ ਵਡਿਆਈਆਂ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਜੀਓ ਕੀ ਵਡਿਆਈਆਂ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਜੀਓ
Satguru Ji. Doesn't that sound like what he's saying?
Something. Yeah, I don't.
And that
again,
makes me think of.
But very. We did a reaction to another Punjabi video this week, and this is much different.
Right.
This is like a total 180 degrees. This is more like a reverent video.
No, yeah. No, I figured that.
ਪੀਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਮਹਾਪੀਰ ਤੂੰ ਹੈ ਫਕਰ ਅਵਲ ਫਕੀਰ ਤੂੰ ਹੈ ਹਾਸਾ ਵੀ ਤੂੰ ਮੀਰ ਤੂੰ ਹੈ ਰੂਹ ਦਾ ਅਸਲ ਸਰੀਰ ਤੂੰ ਹੈ ਸਭ ਪਹਿਣਾ ਦਾ ਵੀਰ ਤੂੰ ਹੈ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਵੀ ਤੂੰ ਅਖੀਰ ਤੂੰ ਹੈ ਵਾਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹ 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 ਵਾਹ ਗੁਰੂ.
Very beautiful. You know, I like the mix of the male and then the female singer coming in there. You know, so I'm digging it. It sounds nice.
I'm thinking about beards. No, I have a beard.
Yeah.
I know the trouble that it causes me with food and kissing. And I'm just thinking that there's a whole culture of beardism. But I was like thinking about how much it makes sense too. You know, like many men can grow a beard.
Yeah.
And there's something, and I think they look cool. Obviously, I have one. And there's something fascinating about everybody being able to, but then I was thinking about, well, what about the person that can't grow a beard? Has alopecia or something like that.
Yeah.
Are they like an oracle now? Is it special? Like, is it like assumed that you will have a beard unless you can't, in which case you're extra special?
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's a whole bunch of cultural, depending on where you come from. Some people, you have to shave certain parts. Some places you can't touch it. Some places...
Right. Let us know. Let us know in the comments what you thought of that beard comment.
Beads.
ਰੁੱਖ ਵੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਪੱਤੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਮਹਿਲੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਛੱਤੇ
Beautiful.
ਤੇਰੇ ਰੁੱਖ ਵੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਪੱਤੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਮਹਿਲੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਛੱਤੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਫਿੱਕੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਰੱਤੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਰੰਗ ਸਾਰੇ ਕੱਤੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਤੂੰ ਕਣ ਕਣ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਣ ਕਣ ਤੇਰਾ ਸੱਤ.
A big part of this is just, reveling in the simplicity and the beauty of nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Just because the main guy who's putting his hands in the water right now, he's like the focal point of this video.
Yeah.
And he seems like he's kind of getting something. Like he's just staring at everything.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's got something. I think that's what it's trying to express anyway.
Yeah. Look at those shoes. Yeah, I think you're right. But also, I'm assuming that you watched that afterwards description thing. So you know something I don't. But in lieu of that, it does very much look like he's kind of seeing a mother, you know. I'm imagining what he might be saying because I don't speak this language. And I'm imagining that when he was looking at nature, he was probably like, look at the beauty of nature. And then saw the kid and he's singing, you know, like, look at a mother, something about a mother's love for her child or something like that. Yeah. I think that seems
seeing the
right.
beauty and the simplicity of things.
And then he recognized the beauty and then he looked upwards to acknowledge God.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, if that was... I'm a jokester. Take it easy, for Pete's sake. Nobody get offended too easily by me.
Yeah.
But honestly, if I saw a guy walking through the village, like, smiling at things and then going like this, like, continually, you know, I'd be like, what's up?
Yeah. Well, it's
a
music video, right?
It's a dramatization.
It's accentuating a point.
But, like, we've got Thanksgiving here. It's a holiday that we're celebrating this weekend. Whatever. You probably know what Thanksgiving is, for Pete's sake. But anyway... imagine if we were sitting around eating and one of the like many members of our family was just like sitting at the table and like looking at you know, like going like this. Like, there are prayers and thanksgiving, but they're ordered. If you know, I'm tempted to do that for fun now to see what happens because I'm that kind of a guy.
Do it. I want to see it.
Yeah.
ਕੱਚੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਝੂਠੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਾਰ ਲੰਘਾ ਦੋ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਅਣਜਾਣੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਵਾਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹ 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 ਵਾਹ ਗੁਰੂ
Very nice. It was a nice video. Very, very scenic.
And amazing point that's made. It's actually making a very strong, completely super important point, in my opinion, about like appreciating things and then even giving God thanks, like showing gratitude.
Yeah.
The issue I find is that I feel like I'm naturally like that. I feel like when I was little, I was naturally like that, saw the beauty in a lot of different things. And I actually feel that oftentimes, and I don't think I'm alone, I think that oftentimes we get that like taught out of us, this like childlike appreciation of things. You know, I don't care if it's creepy to you. I could look at something a kid built out of Legos and be like, that's freaking cool, man. Yeah. And if you observe fine art, oftentimes there's a childlike component. And think of like, you know, Jean-Michel Baptiste's work, you know what I mean? He used to hold the paintbrush, you know, like he was a kid. Yeah. You know, there's an element to that. But it gets trained out of us. And who trains it out of us? Is it possible sometimes that the very people that train that childlike appreciation, that kind of lazy appreciation of things, you know what I mean? Like, you walk through life just appreciating things, someone's going to come along and be like, hey, did you plow the field today? You know, hey, did you do the chores? Enough appreciating. There's work to do. You know, we have to like designate a special person to go off and be special. Like, there he is appreciating stuff. Back to the, you know, plow. And then sometimes we get like guilt tripped into not appreciating things like a child. It's like, no, we don't appreciate them, and not for no reason. It's because life requires maintenance.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all really a valid point. But now we have another side step to go into now. We're going to watch this Nanak Nam video, which kind of explains the meaning of waheguru.
All right.
What is the meaning of waheguru? Lots of different ways to answer this question. Waheguru Das Ji talks about Waheguru being the 4 different sounds coming from the 4 different jugs representing the different avatars of the different jugs, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji came into the world and he is the avatar of Kaljug, and so in this day and age he is the primal leader of spirituality in the world, and his mantra that he brings to the world is to combine all the sounds of all the Devi Devte from previous, and they've said this is the mantra that is the mantra for the world today, Waheguru. I think it's something like Vishnu, Hari, Gobind, and Ram. Thank you. So that's one interpretation. I think there's a simpler interpretation, which is Vah, wow. And I think it describes the moment of realization. The moment when the Sikh gets that final understanding that the Guru has been trying to pierce through their mind, the only expression that you can have is a euphoria, Vah. It takes your breath away because it blows your mind.
I like the second explanation. The first one was complex, just because there's a lot of terms in there he was saying that I'm not unfamiliar with.
Right.
But I like how he's talking about that wah. It's like a whoa, like a profound understanding of something. I think he's pointing to kind of like an enlightenment.
Right. And I like to, I struggled with this a long time ago when we used to talk about, like, does intelligence play a factor in enlightenment?
Yeah.
You know? Well, does it play a factor in somebody that accepts Jesus? Not intelligence, maybe that's the wrong thing, but like your mind structure. There might be some person that doesn't want the euphoria. They're like, I'm not interested in being euphoric, or even saying, well, I'm interested in some like conceptual framework. That is my euphoria. Yeah. That is like me being enlightened, is to like mathesize it, make it mathematical, you know, like
good point.
We have vastly differing minds.
Yeah.
There are people with like certain conditions that are more mathematical than you. Yeah. You know, you ain't gonna make them be as like intuitive and emotional as you. They're like stuck in math world, and maybe that's why their enlightenment. That's their enlightenment, and that provides a good framework, like a framework.
Yeah.
But I agree with what you're saying about. What do I agree with?
The wow factor.
The wow factor. The only issue I would take is somebody chasing that. You know, we have a tendency to chase all kinds of. Maybe there's nothing wrong with that. Like, what are you doing? I'm having a wow moment. Oh yeah, okay, I'm back to work. Maybe that's okay. But the added element of euphoria coming from somebody such as myself that has like struggles with impulse control and liking hedonism. Yeah. You know, I could see myself literally, as lame as it sounds, I could get addicted to those wow moments. Yeah. Like, hang on a sec, I can't hear you. I'm just having a wow moment, and it's past. Oh, what were you saying? You know, I know it's nothing like that. Yeah. You're all going to attack me, but I'm doing my best here.
All right, let's continue.
And to me, Vah is the ultimate mantra. Wow. It's the mantra that is without words. It is just pure expression of Vah, of euphoria, of bliss. So Waheguru, some people think Waheguru is the name of God. I personally don't think it is the name of God. In fact, we know that God has no name. Guru Gobind Singh Ji confirms this, Nirname. Yeah?
Like that.
He doesn't have a name. Yeah? Gurbani clearly tells us that God ultimately has no name. In fact, Sat is the only Naam. Sat is that which is permanently true all the time. So, Waheguru, I personally don't believe, is the name.
That's a tough concept to chew on. Is anything permanently true? You know what I mean? Because wouldn't that be like a restrictive factor in an infinite universe? Yeah. If anything can be permanently true, can't things be permanently, like, not permanently complexifying and multivaried? You know?
Yeah. I don't know. When I think of truth with like capital T, to me, I can't see anything outside of just what is the total whole, which I think is infinite. That to me is what is true, is the whole picture.
But everything comprising the infinite, and if it's infinite, even the very structure of that could shift and be like multiply itself or something, like make itself not be the case. asymmetrify itself.
And as much as we talk about infinite, we still, it's like, how do we really understand infinite?
It feels like what everybody's pointing at is the most infinite, the most goddish, the most, consistent truthful thing is nothing. Because everything else is everything. Everything else is busy being everything. So what's absent of everything? Nothing. And you can only have a nothing with everything. You can't have nothing, like true nothing, so nothing that there's no word for it. That cannot exist without everything. So, and everything's busy being varied. All right. We've gone off the track.
Name of God. When Bhai Gurdas Ji says, Waheguru, Gur Mantar hai, it means it is the mantar brought to this world by the Guru, which is Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So, Waheguru is wow.
I really like this guy, Nanak. I subscribed to him immediately because I was looking for Sikh, gurus or teachers that you could learn from. And if you have any recommendations for us, let us know for more musical content like the one that we reacted to, or teachings from Sikhism. So we can continue to learn and grow.
Yeah, I like that Nanak guy. The thing I like best about him is he's not like me. He keeps it simple and doesn't fly off the handle. You know what I mean?
He's pretty chill.
He's pretty chill and simple. Like explains it so that you can be like, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this was a long music reaction for us. If you liked it, please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share this with a friend, and everyone, until next time,
stay spiritual.